guys, questions for Benji? Raise your hand. We'll get you a wireless mic. Start with Damien.
Benji, first college game, how did it feel?
Felt great. I was really nervous to start, but like I was talking to older people, talking to some older guys, talking to my brother. Like they were just telling me, just like you'll play one snap and just be like, okay, this is football, and that's what it was like. I was honestly less nervous the closer we got to kickoff, getting into warm-ups, catching footballs, stuff like that. Like it was great. It was a great experience.
Through all the adversity you faced last year in high school, last year here at Tech, did that standing backflip when you guys are taking the knee, did that feel good just to get your first game under your belt and have that type of experience after what you've gone through?
It did, yeah. After everything I've been through the last 2 years, having that kind of game as a team, having that big of a win, starting the season that way, it was a great experience, and I was very happy.
Coach Bry was telling you out there, you're playing a bunch of snaps with Nick being out now for the year. What's the role now for you, Daquan, Harrison, whoever else comes in to fill in that tight end room?
Well, the expectation is, like we say throughout our entire team, no matter what happens, the person next man up, you expect to do just as good a job or better. And that's what everybody on the team is expecting us to do. Obviously, we're pretty young, not a lot of experience, but we've played football before. It's football. We're all the same age. We're all college students. The expectation is just play as good or better.
Front row, Dave.
What does Nick's been around this program for a really long time. What has he meant to you? Going through what you went through last year as a leader and as a person. What is he like to be around? And what, when you heard that news, what was your reaction?
Well, when I heard it, my heart sunk, obviously, because going through that twice, I know how hard it can get, not just physically but mentally. So the one thing I thought of was just like always make sure to check up on him, which we've been doing. Always make sure he's doing fine, see where he is mentally, because that's the biggest part. That's the biggest aspect of that. An injury like that. Physically, like Nick's tough. He's gonna come back and things like that. But it's all about the mental aspect. And as far as what Nick's meant to all of us, Nick is just a guy that you can look at and take notes on how to approach the game. Not just the game on the field, but off the field, as far as like taking care of your body, film study, approach to practices, practicing like a pro. Taking like mental reps when you're not in. You don't really have to talk to Nick to learn from him, which is what probably our whole team could say about Nick. He's just a leader he's a vocal leader, obviously, but he's a leader by example. Maybe if not the best on the team at that. So that's about Nick.
How cool is it that you and your brother both had a catch on, in a college game on Saturday?
Yeah, it was really cool. It kind of felt just like my 2019 in high school when we played on the same high school team. Seeing him make that catch and just honestly, it felt like that just being on the field. Like we didn't have to make a catch and things like that, but just looking next and seeing Steven is just like, it's obviously really cool, but it's just like to me, at this point it's normal for me because I haven't played football since I was like 8 years old without him being on the field at the same time.
When you look at Purdue, what stands out to you about this defense you guys are going to see this weekend?
I would say probably their D-line structure with the odd fronts and the two what we call dog and rush guys. The very big people. They're big, they're quick, they're twitchy, and quick guys in the defensive backs. Their safeties are twitchy, their corners are quick and fast. So like beat man coverage, things like that. We'll have to do that. We'll have to be really successful and things like that. But that's probably what mainly stands out.
Brooke in the back of the room.
Without Nick, this tight end group gets pretty young pretty quick, but you guys played a game without him. Who stepped up and was vocal as a leader to kind of encourage you guys in this group?
I would say just everybody, the coaches especially. The coaches coming up to us, just reassuring us that we were good enough, we were more than good enough to take on the role. No matter how young we were, I mean, me, Daquan, Harrison, all those guys, like we've played against our defense for 2 years now. We've played against them during 2 camps, 2 springs. Like college football is like, it's not really anything new other than having a lot more people in the stands watching us. So it was, as far as like we all like talked to each other, we spoke to each other. We tried to keep it like loose on the sidelines. Coach did a great job of just like keeping us calm and things like that. And also the older guys, like they came up to us, like, whether it be a fist bump, a handshake, like good job, just things like that are reassuring throughout the game, and we all did that as a team collectively.
I like your mindset. That it's just football. Once you get out there, you play a snap. It's the same. How do you have such a mature mindset? Considering you're a redshirt freshman and you haven't had a ton of college games under your belt.
Right. I mean, I would say probably mentorship from older people. We have really good coaches that push a great culture, as well as older guys in our room, on our team, in our unit. And looking around, seeing how they handle things, seeing the ways they go about things, and just like with the things I've been through the last 2 years, like I get to do this. Like it's not like something I need to be nervous about. I finally get to do what I love, and I appreciate every opportunity. So can't really be nervous for it.
Back of the room, Anthony.
Benji, with so many new guys contributing this year, whether it's Ali, Jalen, Daquan, Bayshul, obviously yourself who didn't play last year, is there just a different vibe to this offense this year compared to last year? And I don't know, has it changed the feel around the offense?
I think so. I think we're a lot more confident as a unit. I think we know guys, like even to the extent of 3 deep. We have guys confident. The apparent playmakers. They trust their training. They trust what we've been doing. They trust the teaching that the coaches give us. We trust the game plan every year, and we could just go out and play confidently. And I mean, those guys, like you said, Ali, Jalen, Daquan, like they're all new guys, but they're not like new to football. Like they've been doing this for a while, and that showed apparent on Saturday.
Benji, ODU basically dared Grant to pass the ball and really stack the box. From your perspective and the rest of the offensive line, what do you guys need to do to get that run game established? That way, the offense can be balanced and you can get into what Coach Bowen wants to run. Yeah,
we just need to keep trusting what the coaches are telling us. Keep trusting in the game plan. Obviously, with Purdue, it's a little different. With maybe how we run the ball, what game plan we're going into, and that we'll go into that this week. But we just need to keep trusting our training, keep trusting what the coaches are telling us, and we haven't lost any confidence as far as the run game goes. We know what we got up front. We know what we got in the backfield with Grant, Bayshul, and things like that. So we're just going to keep pushing forward, and yeah.
What was that communication like Saturday night with, Xavier, Braylon making their first starts and Caden starting at center? What did you hear from the communication up front and how they're able to identify plays, see the picture, and be able to get the blocks off?
Yeah, well, I think during the week we always do a great job of preparing for different looks, no matter what. Like obviously we go back and watch film on like what we think they're doing, but that doesn't mean they're not gonna, like coach said before the game, like they're gonna do something different. We know it. It'll be who adjusts better, and we did. Caden's really smart, Braylon's smart, Zay's smart. Like there may be young guys, but they're not. Like they play football. We rep it all the time. We rep all different kinds of looks all the time. So it was just a different look, and he adjusted to it. They ID things. Communication was good. It's a fundamental in our program is communication. So it was good. We all communicated, whether that be verbally or hand signal-wise, and we all got it. So
Let's go out to Zoom for a couple.
On Zoom, please use the raise hand feature again for questions for Benji, and we'll open it to questions. Any questions for Benji? All right, Travis.
All right, anything else in the room for Benji? All right, thanks everybody.
thank you.